What's up, guys? Jeff Cavalier, ATHLEAN-X.com. So when you wake up in the morning, do you look at all like this? I'm talking about the gyrations that I'm going through here. The twists, the stretches, the tightness in the hip flexors, right? The back just feels like you can't even move it or turn it at all. If that is you, then I have the solution for you here, because I'm going to show you one thing. And I know there's some other things I give you in the past to do in the morning, but this is the one thing if you have really no time at all to drop down on the floor and do, because this is going to fix a lot of those issues that you're feeling in one shot. All right, so with that being said, got a new feature here. A lot of sports channels have the replays and telestrations. Well, we have something called the telestriation. Don't worry, it's cool. All right, so what's this exercise? Now, first of all, as I said, you're going to be on the floor to do it. And every single person can do this. It doesn't matter what your strength level is, what your ability level is. You can do this, all right? And the thing is, you got to first think about what might be getting a little bit tight and screwed up when you sleep overnight, because you're sleeping for maybe 6, 8, 10 hours, Jesse, 14 hours, and you got to undo some of that because you tend to get really stiff. Well, think about it. If my arms are by my side, like they probably are, we're going to get some lat tightness, because that's where we stay there the whole night. If I sink into the bed at all, which if it's soft enough, you will, you're going to get some rounding of that thoracic spine. Your hips are also going to sink in a little bit too, so they're going to be in a little bit of flexion, okay? So they're not fully straightened out, so you can get some hip flexor tightness. You're not really rotating. You might like to lay on your side, but you're not keeping your torso here and turning from the top to get actual rotation through the thoracic spine, so you're going to get tight there too. So we can fix all these things, and this is what it is. The exercise is the bridge reach over, okay? So now, what is so great about this? Well, this is where we want to start breaking down piece by piece. And this is where I say, hey, boom, right there, and I freeze it. And now I have the opportunity to break out my telestriation.
Hey, that's my idea.
It is Jesse's idea, actually, but it's a good one. So now look what's happening here. First of all, I'm pushing through the heels, all right? And I'm trying to drive up in that direction. But what it does is it enforces this glute activation. And not just that, because we have the knees bent here, we get hamstring and glute co-activation, which is how they always prefer to work. People tend to let the hamstrings dominate. They don't let the glutes do enough of the work, and that's what leads to an overload on the hamstrings and a lot of hamstring strain. So at least you're training this to work in the way it prefers to work. But beyond that, look at the hip extension I get. I actually get even a little bit of a bow at the top because I'm getting all the way through. And a lot of times we don't ever really extend fully through to the top. And we know, again, just a little bit of flexion at night, we need to get through that to feel like we're getting rid of that tightness. So we have activation here of the glutes. But beyond that, what's happening here with the lats? The lats are getting stretched out in that direction. Arm up overhead, right? Attached to the top of the humerus here, separated from the hip itself. These 2 points getting further and further apart from each other here, like that. And now we have some stretch on the lats. So that second problem is done. And then when we look here, this is the key for me. We get thoracic extension and we get the rotation in this direction. So if I clear that off, we can see it a little bit better. Again, extension and rotation, because I got to reach to the opposite side. So in one move, we're getting all that. And by the way, very little rotation here at the lumbar spine, because we know that we don't want to try to do that. We don't get rotation from the lumbar spine. It stays in alignment with the hips. We're just reaching up and getting the rotation from where it should come from, which is the thoracic spine. So again, you alternate here. If we go back and take a look at what it looks like, one side to the other, like that. Each time, drive it up as high as you can. Push through the right leg to reach over to the opposite side. Push through the left leg to reach over to this side. An amazing exercise that, again, any person can do. Drop down on the floor in the morning, do 5 to each side, maybe do it twice, you're good to go. So there you have it, guys, a quick stretch that you can do every single morning that's going to undo a lot of the things that are happening when you sleep to make you feel a hell of a lot better and get you off on your day in the right direction. Guys, remember, if you're looking for programs where we build all these things into everything we do, because it all matters, how you feel, not just during your workout, but after your workout, maybe even more important. All of our programs are available over at ATHLEAN-X.com. If you found the video helpful, if you like the new telestriation feature, Jesse's idea, by the way, leave your comments and thumbs up below. I'll make sure I do more videos of them. If you haven't already done so, click subscribe and turn on notifications so you never miss a new video when we put one out. All right, guys, see you soon. Telestriation.